My name's Mark Lightower. I'm the Managing Director of Kaysersberg Plastics. Kaysersberg Plastics is part of DS Smith plc, large UK packaging company, but with plants all over the world. The business is mainly engaged in corrugated packaging, but we work in the plastic side of the business, very fast growing, and mainly supplying plastics reusable packaging solutions to various commercial and business users. Kaysersberg has been a Sage customer for well over 20 years. We've used Sage financial products for many, many years, and we used the CRM solution for several years as well. Packaging solutions. Returnable packaging solutions mean that most of our sales are project-based. We find a customer with a need, we find the solution, solve it, and then we might not see that customer again for a number of years until they have another requirement. For that reason, we need to keep a pipeline of good packaging projects going all the time, and we use the solution to help us manage those customers and customer relationships effectively, and to have a good overview of our sales pipeline. The main thing that drove us to look elsewhere was that the solution needed upgrading, and at the time we felt there was a strong need to expand the use of CRM throughout our plastics business in Europe. For that reason, we wanted to find a system that was easier to access, preferably over the web, and capable of working in multiple languages. The particular attraction of CRM was, as a web-based solution, the layouts seemed good. The ability for people using to move across to Sage CRM seemed to be pretty good. It had all the functionality we could see ourselves needing both now and in the future. And most importantly, I think some of the language tools seem to be pretty well developed already. Yeah, I think the Sage CRM solution's given us all the benefits we expected so far. It's proved to be very reliable. As a web-based system, it's constantly live and constantly updated, easily accessed. So all the benefits we were already getting with of keeping records of customer contacts and managing our sales pipeline effectively have transferred across, but with none of the technical issues. Equally, it's been a very simple tool to introduce to new users on the continent who weren't previously familiar with that. Most of them are used to using internet browser technology, found it easy to get around the system, and have adopted the basics pretty well. I think from a management point of view, it's got lots of benefits. The key reason for having the system is because it's an important sales tool. It allows salespeople to record what they're doing, manage their own projects and activities in a pretty efficient way. But from a management perspective, the key advantage is it allows you to see what's happening with your sales pipelines, what's happening with your customer contact relationships, how your salespeople are spending their time, whether the resources are being allocated to the best projects. So there are lots of important management tools, and all that information is available without a salesperson having to compile any sort of sales report. So it relieves salespeople of those reporting activities, but provides me with more information than I've ever had about what's happening on new projects. The selection of a business partner was quite an important issue for us. We were keen to find someone with a very good knowledge of the product, big enough to manage our implementation effectively, but perhaps not so big that we weren't considered a terribly important project. So we put quite a lot of time and effort into looking for a business partner. We approached companies in Spain, France, and a number of companies in the UK. we found Seelogic almost by accident, but are glad we found them. They seem to offer us exactly what we wanted. In the lead up to finalising our decision on the Sage CRM system, they were able to give us quick feedback on questions we had about the technical functionality of the system. Clearly had a very good product knowledge. In addition to that, they were just the right size company for us to deal with. And as an added bonus, during the implementation, we found out that one of their key guys had the language skills to deliver the training in French and Spanish. In terms of future plans for the product, there are great opportunities with Sage CRM. We want to expand the functionality to include management of customer concerns, use the forecasting tool more effectively, and in the long term involve the system in our marketing plans. Clearly there's some advanced marketing tools available, and as we get to know the system better, we want to use all of that functionality. The business plan also involves expansion of our activity into new territories, particularly in Eastern Europe, and the addition of new users is very straightforward. It doesn't involve anybody having to go and install software. We can have new users using the basic functionality of the system within a few hours, just by giving them the URL, a license and the logon and password details.